All right, we're on the floor of OPNETWORK. I'm with Michael Feeney, and we were talking about some of the use cases that he's had for our application performance monitoring solutions. I understand you're an ACE Analyst client.
Yeah, I use ACE Analyst pretty much every day.
Okay. And do you have a recent success story that you'd like to share using ACE Analyst?
Well, one that comes to mind is I work for Merrill Lynch, who has recently had the great fortune to be bought by Bank of America. And so we're merging all our systems, and one of the things that we're doing is moving the Merrill Lynch mainframes to the Bank of America data centers, which means that traffic that used to go across the floor is now going from New York down to Richmond, Virginia, or Kansas City. And there was a lot of concern about, gee, is this extra latency going to kill our performance for all our business applications? So they asked me to take a look at 10 of our most critical mainframe accessing apps and to forecast what was going to happen when that latency between the middle tier servers and the mainframe increased dramatically. And fortunately, I was able to say that for 99% of the apps and their transactions, the difference would be negligible, because that's not where the time is being spent. It's going back and forth to the mainframe. The time is being spent in other places. So it allowed, my companies to breathe a huge sigh of relief that this wasn't going to cause a gigantic calamity. So that was probably a recent, a good example of how we're able to use ACE Analyst not only to diagnose problems, but to kind of predict behavior and make decisions based on that.
Great, great. That's right in our wheelhouse, right? So this is your first OPNETWORK?
No, it's not. It's not my first rodeo. I've been here, I think this is my fourth.
Your fourth OPNETWORk. And what do you think of the conference as it compares to other vendors?
It's the best. It's the best. In terms of the information you get, the way that everything's handled, the meals, the presentation at night. Well, to give you an idea, about an hour ago I was sitting down with Alon Cohen, describing some of the challenges that we have, right? And he was like, wow, that's a good idea. I think so we actually made some suggestions that, that was a really good idea, and that he's going to kind of talk to some of his other folks about how can we kind of integrate that into the process. So you don't get to do that in many places.
Right.
Sit down with the head honcho.
Right.
So that was excellent.
You appreciate that access.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Great.
The number of sessions. My only regret is that I can't go to every session.
Right.
I have to pick and choose. So as I think I told you, we just got Panorama, and so I'm loading up on Panorama sessions. So and not taking some of the ACE sessions that I normally would, but you can't do everything.
Exactly.
So, but it's excellent.
Well, there you go. Great testimonial from the floor of OPNETWORK.